Good morning, Blazers. I'm Zai.
And I'm Najax.
I hope everyone is having an amazing fall and staying warm and cozy during this cold season.
Speaking of fall, after an amazing season, fall sports are coming to an end and winter sports are now beginning.
Let's take a moment to highlight Overland athletics.
Over to you, Levy.
What's up, Blazers? I'm Levy, and this is your fall sports recap. Our boys soccer team has had an outstanding season so far, coming out with 3 wins, 3 tied matches, and 2 losses. Their best match being 4-0 against Fount Fort Carson, with an amazing performance by Hamem Swazi. In their last game, they played Cherokee Trail and unfortunately lost 4-1. Meanwhile, girls flag football has been excelling in their matches, coming out of the season winning 8 games while only losing 6 so far. Their most outstanding game beat against Cherokee Trail with a score of 38-6 and an amazing touchdown count of 6 from multiple Blazers. They had an amazing season so far. Boys tennis has been amazing this season, coming out of the season with 19 wins and a 40% win ratio. Their performance has been one of a kind. Their last game against Cherokee Trail resulted in a loss with a score of 0-7, and our boys ended the season placing 6th in regionals. On October 30th, Overland High School hosted the regional gymnastics tournament. 10 teams were a part of the competition, and Overland narrowly missed out on a first place finish, scoring 174.4 points to Catfield's 174.525 points. Individual success came from junior Abby Mess, who was the individual all-around winner with 35.5 points, and Great Art coming in 5th place with 34.5 points. Overland will travel to Thornton High School tomorrow to compete in the CHASA 5A Gymnastics State Competition. Good luck to all our competitors. That's all for the week, Blazers. See you next time.
Wow, shout out to all the fall sports and their players.
Yeah, they did great this season.
Hey, want to hear a joke?
Sure.
Why do volleyball players love fall?
Why?
Because they spike their pumpkin spice.
Anyways, moving on, this year, Overland Theater produced 2 plays.
OTV got a chance to interview some important members of the production to talk about process and what it entails.
Yes, let's take a moment to see what they have to say.
This year, Overland is putting on 2 plays, a challenge for students and teachers involved in the theater department. Our directors talked about the process of managing these historic plays at the same time and why they chose these 2 iconic plays.
One of the plays is English and one of the plays is Norwegian, and they're also both late Victorian. They're also 2 of the most highly regarded plays in theater history, essentially, because of how they upset societal norms, for example.
Mr. Ray and Miss Sachs and I all wanted there to be lots of opportunities for people to get involved, and plays a lot of times have smaller casts, and we wanted to do a drama and a comedy next to each other.
We're very fortunate to have a team that is able to do so, and enough interest in theater in order to make it happen. The last time we did this was maybe 6 or 7 years ago when we were doing Hamlet and Raisin in the Sun, and it's something that just felt right to get back into this year.
Students share what rehearsals are like, as well as why they auditioned and the character they play. As we see the play go on, we also see the effort these students and faculty have put in to create magic on stage, and the creativity of how these students convey their characters. From rehearsals to opening night, we see the effort these Blazers put in.
What made me want to audition for this play was, like, throughout the years, I've done the musicals and I've never really done the plays, but this year I decided to try it out and, experiment more with the acting side of theater rather than just the acting and like dancing and singing part of theater.
I played the husband, so I was Torvald Helmer. My character was like the head of the household, like the guy, the breadwinner. I'd say the most stressful thing about being a student in the play is just keeping up academically. Because there's like late nights, and sometimes it's a little exhausting, but I think, just keeping up academically and memorizing all the lines is probably it.
This is Jihan signing off.
Hey Blazers, I'm Sabina.
And I'm Jonathan. We'll now be taking over for the rest of the video.
To continue, Veterans Day was on November 11th, and to honor them, veterans were invited to attend our Veteran Honor Walk last week. Students and staff came together to celebrate and commemorate those who served.
During the Veteran Honor Walk, we interviewed a couple of veterans about their service and what Veterans Day means to them. They talked about their contributions to the gallery, adding personal pieces of history to the event. They also emphasized the importance of veterans to this nation and how important it is to remember the people left behind in their uniforms.
I think it gave me a good understanding of the importance of patriotism. And we all have an obligation to serve, and that was an opportunity for me.
It taught me the importance of being a member of a team and developing my professionalism and always showing me that I had something to learn.
It impacted me on a lot of different ways. Number one, it teaches you a lot more about leadership. It teaches you what sacrifice actually is, and serving your communities and serving people in different ways. So it's been an honor to be a part of that and to be a part of a service that puts others first before putting themselves.
You never know who may have served. It could be somebody to your left or your right who's had family members to serve, and the impact that like a lot of different types of people have had on the community.
Service. I hope that they choose that serving others is a very, very positive way to go. You don't need to be a soldier. You don't need to be an airman. You don't need to be a Marine. You can choose to serve your community in a lot of different ways. At any given moment, being willing to help somebody else, I think is what I really want people to get from today.
We have to keep the peace. Freedom is not free, and we have to step up and accept the responsibility of maintaining freedom in our country.
We also interviewed some students that attended the event. They spoke about the sacrifices these service members made and their families' contributions to the event, as well as their experiences as family members of service members.
I think it's very important to honor all the people that fought for my liberty and my freedom, keeping me safe and risking their life for me.
As well, they made so many sacrifices for us as citizens, and that's the least we can do to pay them back.
I think it's important just to remind the community of how much their sacrifices serving means to us, and how grateful we are for what they did to protect our country.
Lastly, we spoke with a family member of veterans to share her perspective of the Honor Walk. She shared her experience growing up with and being married to a veteran.
They're out there doing what a lot of people don't want to do, what a lot of people can't do, and I think it's important that people honor that part of them and all of their sacrifices. My husband is in the Navy, and we moved a lot as well. I think kind of a conglomerate of the amount of people that I've gotten to meet from all over the world that to this day are still really good friends in my life, and I think that's probably my favorite part.
Through all the people we spoke to, one thing was prevalent. Veterans Day is not just a tradition, but a moment to remember, appreciate, and learn. This is Resmia signing off.
The Veterans Honor Walk was a great way to show appreciation and support for our beloved veterans. Thank you for everyone who participated.
Last week, the Psychology Club also had its first meeting on Thursday.
We interviewed the club sponsor, Mr. Lorenz, and the founder, Ala. Let's see what they had to say.
Overland has over 100 clubs created by students over the years. One of the many new additions is the Psychology Club, founded by Ala, whom we had the chance to interview, along with the sponsor, Mr. Lorenz, as social studies teacher. Ala spoke about what inspired her to create this club and her hopes for the club in the future.
I've always wanted to have a psychology club since junior year, so that students have a place to discuss mental health without really having to sit in class for it and be zoning out.
Going into our first year, the events that we're hoping to organize are just a base understanding of what psychology is through different types of media, whether it's TED Talks, movies, lectures, books, but we also want to be able to spread the information to other students outside the club. So performing or creating things for advisory class or fundraisers to raise money for mental health programs in the area would be largely beneficial to so many people.
Mr. Lorenz highlighted the importance of students understanding psychology and mental health.
To better understand mental health and psychology, we need to understand how the brain works. And by learning from experts, by talking through different scenarios that can come up, we can have a good idea of what's going on in our mind. Why do we perceive the world the way it is? Why do our emotions control some of our actions?
I think psychology can be tied into literally every aspect, every career. I can tie it somehow, some way into psychology. Going about life, the more aware you are how the brain works, the more that'll help you in the long run.
The Psychology Club meets every Thursday in room 231C. Check it out if you're interested. This is Sabina signing off.
It looks like a great addition to the Overland community. We're excited to see where it goes in the future. Check out the Psychology Club every Thursday after school in room 231C.
Hey, that just reminds me of a joke.
What is it?
What do you think is the heaviest part of the brain?
What is it?
The hippocampus.
Anyway, that's all we have for you today, Blazers. See you guys next time.
Bye,
Bye,
Blazers.
Blazers.